morning, everyone. Welcome back to Morning Musings. My name is Don K. Preston. I am the president of Preterist Research Institute of Ardmore, Oklahoma. And I'm sharing with you some thoughts on Satan and the victory of Christ. Marvelous topic, highly controversial. I really appreciate all of the emails that I've been receiving from you, both positive and negative, agree and disagree. Keep sending me those emails. I really appreciate it. And very quickly, let me reiterate the offer I've been making. My two books, which deal with Daniel chapter 9. Daniel 9 predicted the end of the prophetic office. The prophetic office and the charismata, i.e., and the defeat of Satan, all go hand in hand temporally. All right? They're synchronous, same time events. If the prophetic office was to cease, then the charismata was to cease because Satan would be destroyed. And the function of the charismata and the function of demonic possession, all related temporally speaking. Now, I've shared with you several Old Testament prophecies of the end, not only the prophetic office, at the time when all things would be fulfilled, but also the emphatic statements that the evil spirits would pass out of the land. Zechariah chapter 13. Well, in the New Testament, we likewise have the predictions of the end of the charismata. You're familiar with them. There are two key passages, 1 Corinthians 13 and Ephesians chapter 4. Now, there are other corollary passages, but these are very clearly the heart and the core of the controversy. I would like, first of all, to call your attention to the following fact, however. In a passage that, generally speaking, is not given an awful lot of attention, and it's in 1 Corinthians chapter 1. Paul, writing to the Corinthians, said, "I thank my God always on your behalf for the grace of God which is given to you by Jesus Christ, that in everything you are enriched by him in all utterance, in all knowledge, even as the testimony of Christ was confirmed in you, so that you come behind in no gift, waiting for the coming of our Lord Jesus Christ, who shall also confirm you unto the end, that you may be blameless in the day of our Lord Jesus Christ." Now, notice very quickly, Paul said the Corinthians came behind in no gift. He mentions utterance, he mentions knowledge and wisdom. These are the charismata of 1 Corinthians chapter 12 and 1 Corinthians chapter 13. Paul is writing to a first century church saying, you come behind in no gift. Now notice what he says. Those gifts have, past tense, confirmed you. Now the word that is used for confirm here is the same word that is used in other contexts to speak of the miraculous confirmation of the word through the charismata. So, Christ has confirmed you. Now notice this, that's through those gifts, will continue to confirm you until the end, the day of the Lord. The Corinthians would possess the charismata until the end, the day of the Lord. Now we have a whole lot going on here that needs to be unpacked, but the point of fact is, this much is really clear. Paul is setting the terminus, the end of the charismata at the day of the Lord. Secondly, he's saying that the Corinthians, that's the first century Corinthians, the Corinthians would possess those gifts and continue to be confirmed in the Word as the Lord's people until that day, the day of the Lord. Here's a very powerful statement, that the end of the charismata is linked and tied to the first century day of the Lord. That agrees perfectly with 1 Corinthians 13. It agrees perfectly with Ephesians chapter 4. We'll develop this a little bit more in ensuing segments that you don't want to miss. Thanks for joining me for this morning's Morning Musings. We'll see you on the flip side.